Hi everybody, it is showtime, as this has just reminded me. I hope you're all okay. Thank you to everybody who's joining me. Hello to my mum and my dad. I know they've got me on the big TV. Very, very exciting. I can't believe how many weeks we've done this for. Hello to the same names I see every week. It's fantastic that you want to come back to this. Hi to Liam. Hi to Mr. Wigan Dave. Hi to Michael. Hi to Marco. Hi to everybody who's in here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and schedule next week's as soon as I finish this one so that you can hit that little reminder. I think that helps. I've had quite a busy week this week working from home. I've done 2 very interesting interviews with people this week. I have interviewed a guy called Riley who's in Asia. He's on Quantum of the Seas at the moment and has no real idea when he's going to get to go home. I've emailed a really nice lady too called Kate. She was on board the Navigator of the Seas when I interviewed her. She was in Miami and now she's heading back home on another one of the ships. I can't remember the name, but that should be a good one. I'm going to bring that video out on Sunday. It's a really quite difficult thing to edit an interview between the UK, Asia and Miami, but I think I've done the best job that I can. It actually wasn't too bad quality considering it was cruise ship Wi-Fi, which we all know is just, yeah. So I've gone for completely picture rounds this time. You guys seem to like the pictures and I've been getting a bit arty crafty today and doing a bit of Photoshop to work out these things for you. So I hope that you're going to like it. Hello to everybody who has joined me right now. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys have managed to kind of put this in your weekly schedule and on your calendar. I've tried to keep it at the same time so that you know where to go. Let me know where you are coming from and let me know what time zone it is where you are, what the time is, because I'm not very good at this and I would like to know what the time is. So here in the UK, it is 5 p.m. I think in Eastern time, it is 12 p.m, but I could be wrong about that. I've tried to time this so that it is okay for people in the UK and people in America. I'm sorry to people from Australia. What does your t-shirt say today? It says, if it's not a cruise, and then it says, I'm not coming at the bottom. I'm not going to stand up because I've got a light here, my laptop here, everything is set up very precariously. And I think one false move and this will flip over and you'll be looking at the ceiling and it won't be good. But it says, if it's not a cruise, I'm not coming. Thank you, Marco, there for a super sticker. Super sticker. Hello to everybody who's coming in from the United States. Yes, this is the Riley. He has his own YouTube channel and it's brilliant. That's how I found him. He has just blown up on YouTube lately. He's really good at that stuff though, so he's going to be big, I think. Okay, thank you to Marco for that super sticker and that gorgeous little picture. We've got people from Canada, the Netherlands, all kinds of places. Right, I think that's enough chatting. You're all here. Should we get straight in with question number 1? All pictures this time. So we've got 15 pictures. I've spent my time crafting these for you, so I hope that you'll like them. My dad says, love New Orleans last year. Emma was too busy to come with us. Emma was too busy at work. If I didn't have to work, I would be there 100%. I'm gutted I had to miss out, but I probably would have lost my job if I tried to take the time off. Okay, question number 1. The first 5 are logos. You might have seen them on the thumbnail for this video. I've fuzzed out the bit that says the cruise line, and I want you to tell me what cruise line these logos are for, okay? Some of them are easy, but sometimes I think things like this are quite hard. Audio's out of sync. Let me know if the audio's out of sync. I have no idea how to fix that if it is, so. Okay, question number 1. This one. Any guesses on which cruise line that is? Sometimes things like this I think are actually harder because you know them so well that sometimes you don't know them. I'm glad some of you guys have fine audio. I can't really change it now. So any guesses on this one? This is question number 1. Audio is fine for some people and not for others. is it fine on YouTube and not on Facebook or something like that? Sometimes Facebook is a bit dodgy. If you are watching this on Facebook and you can come over to YouTube, that would be much better. They seem to work together better. So maybe try that. For everybody who is wondering what flavored squash I have today, I saw the questions before I even came in. We've got a classic apple and blackcurrant today. I actually ran out of squash at the end of last week. I'm doing a big food shop every 2 weeks and then trying not to go shopping. And I ran out of squash, which for me, I haven't run out of squash ever. Are we supposed to say the answer? You can say the answer. I would personally write them down and keep my answers to myself so that other people don't copy them. But if you want to write them in the comments, that's completely fine. We will go through all of the questions and then we'll come back and you can answer them and we'll give you points if you get them right. Okay, on now to question number 2. What is the cruise line for this? This one I think is probably the easiest one. Jason has stocked up on Vimto for his next shop. I did a food order. I managed to get a delivery slot for food order and they cancelled my Vimto. So that was very, very upsetting. Any guesses on this cruise line? I think that's probably the easiest one. But that said, if you've never seen that cruise line before, then you're not going to know it, are you? A lot of these are, you know, if you've been on that cruise line, super, super easy. If you haven't, they're not so easy. But this is my best attempts at Photoshop here. I'm not so good at that stuff. I mean, I can do it, but I don't really spend the time on it. Okay. I'm not going to answer. I see lots of comments, but I'm not going to step into the trap of talking about what you're saying because that's always really hard. On to the next one is this one, which just says cruises on it. Any guesses on what cruises? That logo there is a massive giveaway if ever you've seen a cruise ship from this cruise line before. If you have, you probably never ever get it. They're very iconic cruise ships, very, very iconic. So we've got 3 rounds today. This is the first section. The first 5 are logos. The next ones are kind of collages I've made of pictures of cruise ships, which doesn't sound cool, but trust me, there's little clues you can look out for to work out which cruise lines they are. You might see it and get it straight away. You might never get it. That's fine. I would like everybody to have something that they can get in this trivia and every trivia. So I've tried to make it across different cruise lines, different nationalities, things like that. Where is my reindeer? I don't know. Oh, he's up there. You just can't see him. He's moved up to a higher shelf. Would you like to see? There he is. It's hard because when I sit down to do trivia, but I stand up to do my videos now because I'm such a fidget. I stand up. I'm happy if I get 50%. Yeah, I would be very, very happy with 50%. Reindeer got replaced by a bottle, but llama gracing on the plant again. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a game of spot the difference, but we can do that if you want. I can move something every time and you can let me know what it is. Hello to everybody who's just joining me. This is cool. Okay, so moving on to the next one. It is this cruise line, which is not coming up. There we go. Any guesses on this cruise line? This is my best Photoshop because I had to take something out of the middle and something from the side from this logo. We want Hudson, of course. I have left the door slightly open so that if Hudson does want to come and do trivia, he can come in. I used to shut the door, but now I've given him the option. I don't think he's going to come because he can just sleep all day. Good to see you on this wonderful Friday. It is good to see you too. Sean and Casey on vacay mode. Vacay mode. Loads of comments here. Some right, some not right. So yeah, I woke up late today. I normally get up quite early, I guess, for a Friday, but I slept in, and then by the time I slept in for about an hour, I thought I can't possibly do an exercise class today because I have to do trivia later and I can't be bothered to get all sweaty and have a wash and stuff like that. So thanks to you guys, I managed to convince myself I didn't have to do a body pump class, which is what I normally do on a Friday. So thanks for that. What do you think of MSC? I've heard dicey things about their customer service. They are not the most organized. They're not the best at communication. they are a bit dicey, sketchy with customer service. Sometimes they're really good. MSC are a cheap cruise line. They're a budget cruise line. I've cruised with them for a week, plus flights for £380, I think. So I don't really see any problem or any complaints from me, but some people have some issues. Yeah, I mean, I like MSC. I recommend them, but I haven't had any big problems that I've had to try and sort out with them. And yeah. But yeah, I would recommend MSC. If you want a cheap, shiny, modern-looking cruise, loads of different languages spoken on board, go for MSC. You can't really go wrong. Do you think MSC is right for an American? I think MSC is right for an American that understands that MSC is an Italian cruise line, and they need to not expect everybody to speak English because there's going to be loads of languages on board, and the entertainment and the food are more Mediterranean, I guess. So I would say definitely for Americans, but for Americans that realize what MSC is, not for Americans that think that MSC is like an American cruise line, because it's not. I'm late again, lol. Well, thank you for coming back, because I always appreciate this little picture. Absolutely gorgeous. We love MSC, haven't got an issue with them, cheaper than Carnival and great looking ships. Agreed, they have some of my favorite cruise ships ever. Mike is here from Brighton. Woohoo, Team Brighton. When are you putting the Virgin story on Patreon? I don't know. I don't know if I can. I'm thinking about doing my Patreon podcast this week about, well, I found a picture of myself as a meme when I became a meme, but it was embarrassing, so I've never talked about it. But I think Patreon might be the place. I will at some point talk about the Virgin thing, but I don't want them to sue me or anything like that. So yeah, okay, moving on to the next one. This is our last logo round. It is this one. Any guesses on that logo? PewDiePie lives in Brighton, so he does. Really enjoy your cruise trivia before I head to work to do a 12-hour night shift. Aaron, that sounds really hard. 12-hour night shift. Well, I'm glad you enjoy this anyway. Thanks for joining us. But rather you than me on that one. What do you do for 12 hours, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, loads of answers here. I'm going to move on to the next round, which is my kind of collage. So it's pictures of ships from a cruise line, all kind of mushed up. And I want you to tell me the cruise line, okay? Some of them, you'll see something and you'll think instantly, oh, that's obviously that. Some of them are a bit more tricky. If you hear a weird noise, trampoline outside, that's what that is. It's not anything strange. Okay, so this is the first one. Any guesses on that one? I think there's two pictures out of that that make it very, 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 very obvious if you know it. And if you don't know it, then yeah. What do you think about Virgin Scarlet Lady? I made a video about Virgin Scarlet Lady. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's my now all-time best performing video. It's called Everything I Hated and Loved About Scarlet Lady. I stand by everything I said in that video, and I'm excited to see how that cruise line pans out when we can cruise again. We want to know what you really thought about Scarlet Lady. I think I said in that video what I really thought about Scarlet Lady. I am planning on doing a Patreon podcast at some point about kind of what Virgin thought about that and stuff, but yeah, we'll see. Hello to Pisa. Thank you for joining us here. Okay, cool. I think we can move on now. I see some correct answers. You don't have to say the specific cruise ship. If you can just say the cruise line, that is more than enough for a point. The next one is this one. I love how I've got the green and blue background there behind the pictures. That is where they've given me like a grid and I have not changed the background. So that's what that is. Any guesses on this cruise line? Once again, I think there are a few colors that when you see the colors, you know the cruise line. I think this is actually two cruise ships. It was basically whatever pictures I had downloaded on my computer of these cruise ships. So there's two there for that cruise line. Are you guys finding this easier? Because I feel like I've seen a lot of right answers going by. Just wait till you see my last round. The last round in this trivia today is about food, and it's pictures I've taken of food on cruise ships. It's not just any old food, it's kind of a thing that you can only really get on that cruise line. And some of them you might just know from paying attention to me if you do. But I think that's going to be quite hard. We've got, I like this comment. No idea, it kind of looks like British Airways. Well, you're on with the British, you're on the right lines, but I'm not going to say anything else. Peter says the British flag is a giveaway. There's a clue for you all. Okay. A lot of Union Jacks, so obviously it's Norwegian. No words there, no words at all. But yeah, let's move on to the next collage. This is this one. This one you might find a bit tricky. I took this one when I was in Marseille. I was not on this cruise ship. I can't remember which cruise ship I was on, to be honest with you. But I took this one, and I remember looking at it and thinking, oh, I'd love to try Costa. I have no idea what they're like. And then I did. I did try Costa, and it's good. It's fun. Crap. I'm sorry. I just told you which cruise line it is. I'm very sorry. If you listen to me, then you get a bonus point. If not, then I think quite a lot of times I've given you a free point. So, I mean, I did say that I want all of you to get a point. So you can all have 1 point. Although you might not be listening to me. My dad says, oops. Okay. What is your favorite cruise line and ship? Favorite cruise lines, don't have one. Depends who I'm cruising with. Depends where I'm going. I think I'd pick Norwegian are up there, Princess are up there, Morella's up there. So maybe those 3. Cruise ships, I really like Norwegian Getaway, Norwegian Breakaway. I like MSC Meraviglia, that type of cruise ship. But to be honest with you, I've never been on a cruise ship and line that I wouldn't go back to. I think you just have to make the most out of whatever you have. So yeah, now you've told everyone the answer. I know, I'm sorry. This is hard work, okay? If anyone wants to give it a go and do an hour cruise trivia, please do let me know. NCL best cruise ship is Encore. I disagree. I went on Encore and a great cruise ship, but so much space is taken up by the go-kart track. I'm talking about 1/3 of the top deck, which is fine if they had extra space, but they don't. So on the top deck, about 1/3 is a go-kart track, 1/3 is normal seating, and 1/3 is like a premium paid for extra area. So how are you going to get all of the passengers to sit on that 1/3 on the top deck? I have no idea. Have you sailed... Ooh, boo, Emma. No, I'm not putting that one up. Have you sailed Celebrity Edge? I have not. I was supposed to be on Celebrity Apex in February, but as you can imagine, that was cancelled. That was right at the start of all of this stuff, which feels like forever ago, but no, I haven't. I've only been on Silhouette and Eclipse. I'm gonna say nothing else. Okay, the next cruise ship collage is this one. Any guesses on that one? I'm not gonna. What lines haven't you cruised? I have not cruised with Disney. No, I've not cruised with Disney. I've not cruised with a lot of cruise lines. I haven't cruised with most of the luxurious cruise lines. I've only cruised once with Royal Caribbean, which I think I need to rectify. I have never cruised with Holland America. I've never cruised with Fred Olsen, Cruise and Maritime. Yeah. Let me know if there's any others I haven't cruised with, because I can't think of any more. I've never cruised with any sort of luxury line like Azamara, Oceania, anything like that. Do you think P&O is a great UK cruise line? I do. I like P&O. I think it's very good for first-time cruisers. It's very, very easy. It's very British. It's just kind of, everything about it is pretty good. There's nothing about it that's particularly, it doesn't have the most amazing entertainment, which is Broadway style, but all of the entertainment is pretty good. All of the food is pretty good. So yeah, I think P&O are pretty good. And having a kettle in the cabin and UK plug sockets, fantastic. So good. Unpopular opinion, but Epic is my favorite. Epic is not my favorite. Epic is the cruise ship where they kind of tried things. She's one of the only cruise ships that doesn't have a sister. Read into that whatever you'd like, but Epic is not one of my favorites. I like a lot of elements to it, but it feels very just squished together. Not really sure. Okay. Hi to Justin, who's joined me. I had a good chat with Justin on Sunday. We did a big live thing together on Cruises for Solos Facebook page. If you're a cruiser who cruises solos, check it out, Cruises for Solos. And we had a good chat, didn't we, Justin? So I've been doing a lot of live things lately, which is scary. Is it better to stay with one line and try and build loyalty to them, or all of them? I would never try and build loyalty. I don't think loyalty gets you anything. Even if it does, it's the smallest things. So I have the highest loyalty status with Norwegian, which gets me things like a bag of laundry, which is great. But is it worth cruising with that cruise line just to get a bag of laundry? Not really. So I would try all the cruise lines. Imagine if you cruised with one cruise line for years, tried a different one, and realized you much preferred it. You would be so annoyed. I would say try everything at least once. You don't have to do it ever again. Okay, my mum says the most amazing cheese pies on P&O. Yeah, no, the food on P&O is really good. The Yorkshire puddings are amazing. They're really good at kind of like different dietary requirements. They have like good vegan food, stuff like that. So that's good. Okay, on now to, we have got one more of these mushy up collages. Okay, there we go. Any plan for P&O Iona after this whole situation? I'm definitely interested in Iona. I think P&O are changing. They're moving kind of towards the more freestyle, the bigger cruise ships, the less traditional, and that's what I like. I'm not sure about a lot of the more traditional P&O cruisers who like the smaller ships and the formal nights and things like that. They're kind of moving towards becoming more of a family cruise line. For me, that's good. That's what I want. And yeah, I definitely cruise on Iona. Have you seen the prices? They're so cheap. I would love to do a Norwegian Fjords cruise on Iona, maybe. I'm dying to get back to the Norwegian Fjords, like a lot. Lots of correct answers there. You just have to say the cruise line. If you want to say the cruise ship, you can, but you don't have to. Just the cruise line. So you guys are thinking that this is pretty easy, I think, and then we're going to get later and do the food round, and I'm not sure if you guys are going to get this or not. Some of them probably. I get it because I took all the pictures and I ate all of the food. Tim says, late to the dance, but I know all the answers. Well, Tim, I'm happy, but I don't think you'll know all of them by the time we get to the end of this. Okay. Right, so we've done all of the mushy up collage ones, we've done all of the logos, and now we're going to do the food. So you have to tell me where, on which cruise line you can get this food, okay? Sorry, it's near to dinner time here. If you get hungry, it's not my fault. Hudson is downstairs. He can come in if he wants, the door's open, but he's a cat, so you can't make him do that. Okay, on now to this food item. Where can you get that? Maybe you can read. Maybe you can read. It doesn't tell you the cruise line though, but it does tell you the chain. I have never had this. I was nearly going to get it, but I have never had it, which is a shame. Hudson, he doesn't respond to me calling him, I don't think. Hudson. No, unless you have some dreamies, some cat treats, he's not interested. Okay. I see lots of answers there. Just tell me the cruise line and then you can have that. I wish I could give you that. I wish I could eat this so much. It looks like it's everything you eat and you know it's just like raising your cholesterol with every bite, but it looks so worth it. Okay, on to the next one now. This one's going to be hard for you guys. I'm going to try and say some information about where I had this. So this is the next one. This is included in your cruise fare, and this is fish and chips. This is a cruise line where there's quite a lot of food included. It's one of my favorites for that reason. Any guesses on the included fish and chips? This is it's not really like a proper restaurant. It's kind of like a grab and go restaurant, and you can get fish and chips anytime you like. I would love fish and chips right now so much. I don't know if the fish and chip shops near me are closed, but I'm not going out just for fish and chips. Hey Emma, I'm about to make my own squash. That's a good start, but it's with juice. Is it okay to still call it squash? I think so, but last week I ran out of squash and I tried to make some with orange juice and it was horrible. It's nowhere near as good as orange squash. So yeah, I guess you can call it that, but just it's not as good in any way. Not as good. I've got a lot of different answers here. A lot of different answers. Some right and some wrong. Must be British. Mum knows. Interesting. Well, my mum hasn't cruised with this cruise line, if that helps, if you know which cruise lines my mum has cruised with. Lots of... Yeah, so there's some answers here which are wrong, but I thought that you might get them. I thought that you might say that, but that's why I said it's free. It's free, and on this other cruise line, it's not free. So it's always free, if that helps. Don't know, but it's making me hungry. Sorry, it is nearly dinner time here in the UK. I really like this timing of doing the live right now. I hope it works for you, because then I do this, and then I have dinner, and then I relax, and then it's all good. Mum says, why haven't you taken me? Well, I don't know. I took my mum on 2 cruises, actually, which I think is more than most 26-year-olds have done. I took my mum on P&O Britannia. We did Norwegian fjords. It was amazing. And we did a Saga river cruise because Saga are a 50-plus cruise line. They invited me and they asked me if I could find someone 50-plus to bring. And I took my mum. And we had a really good time with that. So that was fun. Okay, cool. Who said I don't like Ribena? I love Ribena. Ribena is like a premium squash, I think. Posh squash. This is just cheap own brand squash. I barely had any time to drink it today because I'm just talking, and I should probably stop because I might give away some more answers. Okay. My dad says, Dad's turn next. Well, I tried to take my dad on a river cruise because I was supposed to be doing a river cruise with Scenic on April 1st, and my dad was supposed to come, and it would have been really good to do a cruise just with my dad. We've never been away, just me and my dad before, and that would be really good. But of course, this happened. Hopefully we can reschedule it. But yeah. Natalie says, she says, I'm snuggling. I'm guessing she means struggling. Or she's snuggling to get mum to come on a cruise. Even offered to pay for her. I'm sure you could take my mum if you wanted to. How much did Scarlet Lady cost? I didn't pay to go on Scarlet Lady because she's not in operation yet. So I just did a media weekend. It's about £400 per night, say $500-600 per night ish, maybe. Yeah, the prices have come down a lot though. That was their initial prices. But yeah, we've got Dom and Pete in here. Dom and Pete's Guide. Thank you. It's nice to see you guys joining me. It's always so nice to see names I recognize. It's nice to see new names too. It's really nice that people are kind of coming in now on week 8. Can't believe it's week 8. Posh Squash, you are so British. I am British. Yeah, I had a comment the other day and it said that I need to work on my thick accent. I don't know what that means. Okay, so on to the next food item. I have eaten so much of this food in my life. So much of this food. Sometimes more than one portion per day. Sometimes my family will go and we'll all have this thing. This picture was actually from the epic that we were talking about, the Norwegian epic, long ago. Very messy. They're still available. Lots of comments. Cool. Don't change your accent. Americans love it. I can't change my accent even if I wanted to. And I don't know what I would change it to if I could. Maybe like an Australian twang. Not sure. You gave it away again. Well then, why don't we just give everyone 20 points and then we'll go home. I said epic, but that doesn't mean anything. You're the ones assuming that that cruise line is that. This is hard work, guys. Come on, give me some nice words or I'll just give up. Okay, on to the next food stuff. This one is hard, but you're probably gonna have to know me to get this one. You might get it just from the kind of surroundings, but yeah, 20 points for everyone. 20 points if you want. Do whatever you want. Yeah, guys, it's obviously the P&O epic. Thanks, Daniel. It's obviously the P&O epic. Come on, guys. Okay. I think I'm just going to put the picture up and then say nothing so I can't ruin it. There you go. Hudson is downstairs or outside. I'm not sure. He's not here. Hudson. Nope, Hudson's not coming. You guys will be pleased to know that I have a new chair coming. So my dad says you got gin in the squash. I don't like gin. And why would I ruin squash with gin? I have to say my favorite drink in the entire world, you give me anything, anytime, is a Pepsi Max. And I don't think you can top it. Squash is a good substitute for Pepsi Max, but if I could have Pepsi Max. Well, I can't say anything because I keep ruining it. I'll show you one more time. You've got lots of comments that say you need a hint, but whenever I give you a hint, then I just tell you, so I'm not sure. It's a very hard one if you don't know this. Not sure how you're going to get it, but the blue plates say everything, apparently. I have to say, my hint, if you know me, if you've been paying attention to me, is that these are the best cookies in the world. Best cookies in the world. Justin says vodka and Pepsi Max. Well, I don't even want the vodka in there. I just want Pepsi Max. I've got a real Pepsi Max problem. But to be fair, there's worse things, I think. Okay, the plates are a hint. Never crossed my mind, but maybe they are. This was probably, the cookie picture was maybe 2 years ago. Not sure if they've changed the plates since then. When they back Operation Cruise Line? No one knows. No one has any idea when cruise lines are going to be back. They're saying some of them in August, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think my best bet at the moment is maybe September or October. I think is maybe my best bet, but that's all I can do. I honestly don't think the cruise lines know. I think they're just pushing it back. There's so many things. The crew aren't even home yet. So to send the crew all home, turn them around, get them back, get the ships ready, get the countries to let the cruise ships in. There's so many things to think about. So I don't think anyone can really say when the cruise lines are going to cruise again. I've done 2 really good interviews this week with people that work on Royal Caribbean cruise ships. One's on Quantum and one is on the Navigator. Actually, she's not on Navigator anymore, but she was when I filmed this interview with them. That's going to be coming out on Sunday, and that just talks about how they're doing on board. It's a very strange situation, but they're both very happy. They're both being fed and looked after. They've got Wi-Fi. They're doing okay, but still, they've been at sea for months with no kind of end in sight. Pepsi Max, your new sponsor, maybe. I wish Pepsi Max would sponsor me. Can you imagine? That would be the easiest thing for me to do. I turn down so many sponsorships from just junk things that I don't like. Honestly, if I took everything, I mean, I'd have some money, but my channel would be a mess. But Pepsi Max, I would never turn that one down. That would be brilliant. Okay. Emma is the private jacuzzi hot tub in private suites with the extra cost. This is so far out of my knowledge. I'm an inside cabin, guaranteed inside cabin, cheapest cabin you can find kind of girl. So I've never been in a suite. I don't know anything about private jacuzzis or hot tubs. I can't even imagine. I'm sorry. I imagine that they're worth the cost because it sounds amazing. I find it hard sometimes on cruises to get in hot tubs because there's always people in them and it's busy. So maybe. John says, why are you cheating with the piano keys? Because I don't know how to play the piano very well. So I have these stickers on it like children have so that you can learn the piano. Not sure if you can see. There you go. So it's got the notes on it. I played saxophone for years, so I can read sheet music, but the 2 different hands, the fact that they're different, the same thing on the different lines is different. That blows my mind. So this is helpful mostly for the left hand because I don't know the really low down ones or the really high up ones. But yeah, it's not cheating. Anything that helps you learn, I think, is good. Why do Americans hate MSc? Some of them do, some of them don't. Americans that hate MSc are Americans that go on MSc and expect it to be like an American cruise line, and it's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. It is an Italian cruise line that serves Italian food, Italian music, Italian people, German people, French people, Spanish people, English people, all kinds of people. The comments are coming so fast here. I'm really sorry if I can't reply to you, but I can barely read, let alone reply. And we've got questions to do. I can't even remember where we got to. Yes, I can. Okay, so we've just had the cookies. There is one more food. Where did I take this? On what cruise line can you find this food? Once again, I'm saying nothing. I might take these breaks, just have a drink. Liam says, is that a guitar in the background? That is a guitar in the background, yes. It is my guitar. Can I play guitar? Nope. But I like to try these things. I like to have them and try. So yeah, I got that one for my birthday a few years ago, I think. And yeah, I can't play it, but I think it's fun. I've got various things down here. I've got like a ukulele down that side and all kinds of stuff. Any guesses on the cruise line for that? I'm not saying anything else, but that is our last food one. There it is. Okay, are we ready to go back and do some answers? Okay, let's just get rid of that picture of that food. Okay, you should really do a spot what's different in my background question. Well, you guys have found the one area that's different this time, which is this. I've lost the Virgin Voyages hat and the Viking, and I have a Norwegian Encore bottle there just because that has water in it and I drink from it sometimes, but maybe each time I will move stuff around. Also, there's the stuff that's up there that gets a bit lost when I'm down here, but I prefer you to be able to see me as it's my trivia. That cat in the background needs a good feeding up. That's what a cat's supposed to look like, just a flat tummy. Hudson's tummy's like, he's on a strict diet. I don't know why he's so chunky monkey, but he is. Okay, so back to question number 1. What was the cruise line for this? As soon as I see an answer for that one, I'm going to put it on the screen, and then you can all have a point. It's strange with this lag because I don't want to, you know, like I've answered the question until you guys say the answer. It's like 20 seconds. It's weird. So the answer is Royal Caribbean. Yes, it is Royal Caribbean. So it would have the little anchor thing on one side and then Royal Caribbean. I'll let you have a look at that really quickly. Can you imagine Royal Caribbean? Maybe. Well done, everybody who got Royal Caribbean for that one. So the next one is this one. I think that's the easiest one, to be fair. Any guesses on that one? That one was literally just, I removed the name of the cruise line from beside that. But yeah, it is Princess. Well done to Will. Well done to Kevin. Well done to John. Well done to Will. Well done to everybody. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. If I could, then I would, but I don't. So yeah, the answer is Princess. Well done, everybody who got Princess. On to the next one is this one. This one is a more European cruise line. If you've never been to Europe, you've probably never seen this cruise line before. I don't think that they're around. Loads of correct answers very fast now. It is Aida or Ada, depending on who you are and how you want to say it. I'm going to go with Aida because that seems to be the general thing. So well done to Tyson, to Sean, to Natalie. Not well done to Justin, who has no idea, but fair enough, Justin. You're not from here, so. But you've been to Europe. Come on. Okay. Randy just stopped by to say hello from Florida. Thanks for adding me to your Facebook page. Thank you to everybody who is watching on Facebook. Facebook is a strange one. I have a love-hate relationship with it. But if you are on Facebook, if you can join us in our Facebook group, I think that's the best place to be. It is just called Cruising Isn't Just for Old People, and we have 7,000 members now in there. So if you can come across to there, that would be fantastic. They sail in the Caribbean. I did not know that. I've seen Aida in the Caribbean. Interesting. So no excuses. Everyone should know Aida. On now to this one. This one is, I don't know, hard, easy? What do you think? It just reminds me of I've been on this cruise line and someone was dressed up as this logo. Yes, Mr. Wig and Dave, it is MSC. Mr. Wig and Dave is the cruise trivia master, not just with my cruise trivia, but I've seen him on Ben and David's cruise trivia. He is all over the internet, always getting things right. So well done to everybody who put MSC, 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 Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, 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 grr. Yeah, the correct answer is MSC. Well done to everybody who got that. On to the last logo now. Don't know if this one's hard or easy. It's easy for me, but I obviously pick ones that I know, so. James said someone went fancy, fancy with the full name. Look, you guys seem to be answering it really quickly. Maybe we've lost our lag because I complained about it. It is NCL, NCL, love NCL, 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 NCL. Well done, everybody who put NCL. You can have a big point. If you put Norwegian, you can have a point. If you put Norwegian Cruise Line, you can have a point. Any of those I will accept. Okay. So let's move on. We've done all of the logo things now. Just gonna get moved on to the next ones. So we've got the collage-y things. So just tell me the cruise line. If you can tell me a cruise ship, then go for it. But you're gonna get a point for the cruise line. This one. Also, I was kidding, NCL. Yeah, Justin is a big NCL cruiser. Todd says, let's get Emma's Patreon up to 20K, then she can do fun content like this all the time. That sounds like the dream. I have to admit, I work in insurance and it's fine. But compared to the cruise industry, the insurance industry does not excite me quite as much. I love making videos, I love writing, I love being all over all of the social accounts and doing lives and just thinking about cruising all the time. So yeah, I do have a Patreon. If you would like to support me, I'd massively appreciate it. It's just called Emma Cruises on Patreon now. Yeah, and we do exclusive stuff on there. So if you join my Patreon for $5, you get access to our podcasts where I can tell you all the secrets that I can't tell you out here. So thank you, Todd, for that. Todd is Patreon #1. It will be so amazing not to have to go back to work after this. It is nice working from home. That is true. Hey, I work as an IT engineer. How boring is my job? I work in data development. How boring is my job? Boring. Sorry, sometimes my colleagues come in here. Okay. Keep the job, do this on the side, 2 income sources, and holidays whenever you want it. I mean, that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years, which is fine, but annual leave is limited. No matter where you work, you only have a set amount of annual leave. Great stories on Patreon. Thank you so much, Sean. I really like having a podcast. I've never thought about podcasting before, but it's nice just to chat and not feel so like presenting. Like on YouTube, you're really presenting and acting, and podcasting is just chilled out. So it's good. Okay, how about more thumbs up? Thank you so much. If you could thumbs up this video, that would be fantastic. So we've got loads of correct answers here. It is Aida. Did I say that one? Well, it's Aida again. I think the Aida ships are some of the most recognizable. So that's why they tend to come up in this. Not giving you a hint, but they do tend to come up quite a lot in this because they're big lips and their big eyes on the front. It makes it really, really easy to see who they are. So yeah, this is the collage. And the answer is Aida. Well done if you got that one. Moving on to the next one now. This is not the one that I have given you the answer to. So if you get this one, well done. This is the next one. How old am I? I'm 26. 26 years old, heading towards 30. I'm dreading going back to work. I like my job, but sitting at home and getting paid is the dream. You know, I am not liking working from home that much, to be honest with you. It's quite hard and I get frustrated and a bit annoyed with it. So I won't mind going back to work. But if I could not, that would be brilliant. Okay. Lots of answers. P and O. 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 Britannia. P and O. It is P and O. Natalie is also 26. 26 is the best age, I think. P and O. Never ask a woman her age. I get asked a lot weirder things than my age. And I feel like I'm happy to say it because I'm 26. Maybe when I'm older, I won't want to say it. But 26 is fine. Yeah, Todd says I'd rather be in the office. I'm a people person. I think same, which is why I like doing this kind of stuff, just to, you know, get out a bit of that conversation and then I can chill out. She's not actually working, just got the furlough. I dream of furlough. Dream of it. Okay, cool. So we have got the 2 collages out of the way. On to collage number 3. I did tell you this one, but it's still a test of who's paying attention. Some of you guys could not be paying attention. I like this cruise ship. I like the look of it. Oh, we have a question here that says, what does P&O stand for? Ugh, 2 long words. And I can't remember them now. If you know the answer, put them in the comments and I'll put them up on screen. I can't remember it, but like, if I saw it written down, it would be fine, but yeah. Okay, so we have got Costa, 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 Costa. Which Costa ship is it? I think it's Diadema. Is that how you say it? I think that's what it is. I wasn't cruising on that ship, I just saw that picture and I took it. So the answer is Costa. If you got Costa, you can have a point for that one. And I hope you did, because I literally told you the answer. On to the next one now. It is this one. I really like the look of these cruise ships. I think they look very modern and sophisticated and sleek and just nice. This is one of the more weird looking ones for the cruise line, but even still, I think they're good looking cruise ships. I see MSC there. Well done to John and James. Well done to everybody. All cruise ships look the same. No, they don't. No, they do not. A lot of them look the same, but some of them are particularly colourful, some of them are particularly ugly, and MSCs, I really like them. They're all very modern and very, very shiny. That was the MSC Seaside. MSC Seaside. There we go. P&O stands for that. On now to, we've got one more picture collage round. Well done to everybody who got the P&O thing there. This one, there's no other cruise ships that have colour quite like this. MSC recognized the zipline rings. That is good. Cool. I'm just blocking some weird comments. Okay, any guesses on that very colourful cruise line? NCL Getaway. It is Norwegian Cruise Line. You get the point just for saying Norwegian Cruise Line. But if you said Getaway, then you are correct. Just got off her in early March. You've done well to get in a cruise before all this happened. I haven't cruised since last year, which I know is first world problems, but it feels like a long time. It was mid-December, my last cruise on Norwegian Spirit, who I love. So the answer to that one is Norwegian Cruise Line. So we have got now just the food left, just the food. So this is the first food picture. On which cruise line will you find that food? This looks so good. I am not having a burger for dinner today. I'm having, I think, some fried chicken goujons and potato wedges and onion rings. Onion rings go with every meal, I think. If I made my own cruise ship, I guess, and the starters would just be like, you can pick onion rings. I don't have very kind of sophisticated tastes. So it is Carnival, yes. It is Guy's Burgers on Carnival. It is so good. I'm sure it's good. Guy's Burgers, Guy's Burger Joint. Cheeseburger sounds nice. Yeah, I look at some of these burgers and they're like dripping with grease and cheese and onions and all of this stuff, and it looks like it just looks like it will hurt me, but it looks like it's so worth it. It looks so good. I did have a Carnival cruise booked for May. I was supposed to be boarding in 6 days. Of course, I'm not right now. So I'll try and book another Carnival cruise because I really, really want to. Onion rings, yum. I love onion rings. Stop making everyone hungry. I'm sorry, it's nearly dinner time here. And if you're in America, I guess it's nearly lunchtime. And if you're somewhere else, then late night snack. I don't know. You can always have onion rings. So I've been doing like a big food shop every 2 weeks and then not for a while. So kind of buying a lot of food, which means that right at the beginning, it's so hard to stop eating everything. Dave is having a salad. Sorry. Okay, cool. So the answer to that one was Carnival. The next one is this. It is the fish and chips. I did see some answers, but this is a harder one, I think. It's always time for food. I need to think about lunch. What type of onion rings do you like? Battered, breaded? I like every type of onion ring. I think a beer battered onion ring is the best one. Did Tesco's today, £159. I think everything is very expensive at the moment. I'm spending way more than I normally would on food, but the supermarkets just don't have offers because they don't need to. It is not P&O, not P&O. It is Morella. Well done to Liam. It is from a place called the Snack Shack, where you can grab fish and chips, chicken wings, hot dogs, cookies, salads, sandwiches, and it's just kind of by the pool. And it's so nice. I mean, it's junk food mostly, but that's kind of what I go to eat on cruises quite a lot. So yeah, they do have salads. I did have one at one point, but normally the fish and chips, you can't, yeah, you need to go to England to have some real fish and chips. Oh, Todd needs to. Yeah, I was going to say the fish and chips on Morella is actually pretty good because they are a British cruise line. Nothing as good as a local fish and chip shop that you'd find here, but they're either closed or whatever right now. So when I have fish and chips again, it's going to be so good. You just eat so many chips until you feel sick. Smack Shack. That's what you're ashamed. Snack Shack. A snack shack. Grimsby for fish and chips. That sounds good. I'd love to have some fish and chips. We'll get back there though, don't worry. So the next one is this one. I gave away this one, kind of, but so yummy. If you want deep fried pizza, come to Scotland. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Not saying no. But yeah, I've been to Scotland a few times. I like Scotland. I actually even did a cruise that went to Scotland. Yeah, British Isles cruise. It was fantastic. So guesses on that one. It is NCL, 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 Norwegian Cruise Line, Norwegian, whatever you put. That is from Oceans on board the Norwegian Epic, but it is called, I think it's the local on the new ships, and it's Blue Lagoon on some of the old ones. Don't knock it till you try it. I won't. I'm not saying no. I'm just not sure. Okay. Cool. So yeah, NCL, 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 NCL. Well done. Just looking at all your comments about things that are battered. It's a bit distracting, but yum. Ooh, I love those wings. Apparently they have a daytime menu, but I only know the late night menu. I've been there for morning snacks, afternoon snacks, lunch, dinner, evening snacks, and I think it's always been the same menu. Maybe they do a cut down menu at night. Okay, so just blocking a weird comment. Cool. I need to get moderators set up on this so that I don't have to get rid of these weird comments. Okay, on to the cookies. The best cookies of any cruise line. Where's Harvey? Harvey's name is Hudson. His name's not Harvey. I have people who, I don't know, it's easy to get those two names confused, but people do ask me about Harvey. But Hudson is outside or downstairs. I don't know, he's asleep. He's always asleep. Any guesses on the best cookies of all time? Oh, they do. It's reduced to 1/4 of a page. Oh, I guess I never noticed. As long as they still have the chicken wings, that's all I noticed. It is Princess. Yes, Princess have the best cookies by a million miles. Princess. I mean, I've had cookies on every cruise line, all pretty good, but Princess, so good. You can have so many per day because you just walk past there between meals. Cookies, they are like your Pepsi Max. Honestly, cookies and a Pepsi Max, and I'm more than happy. So we've got one more picture. This one should be easy if you know the chain. There it is. Any guesses on that one? Todd says most people are respectful. There's a few on every live stream. Yeah, this is the problem with the internet. It doesn't really faze me. I get a lot of weird and mean comments and stuff. It doesn't really bother me. But yeah, just go away if you're going to be annoying. Okay, so yes, the answer is Royal Caribbean. It is Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets is a specialty restaurant, not too expensive, which is why I actually have been there before. It's just loads of burgers, milkshakes, chips, stuff like that. Fries if you're American, chips if you're from the UK. So if you got Royal Caribbean, you can have a point. I'm interested to know how many you guys got out of 15, because towards the beginning, you guys were feeling confident, I think. And then I think some of those food ones might have thrown you off, maybe. Let me know if you prefer these picture ones too, because I always have comments that say more pictures. So I'm just doing more pictures. It's hard to think of stuff though, so I hope you like it. And if you have any ideas, please let me know. Oh no, I got the last one wrong, 19 out of 20. That is so annoying. You've made it all the way and then that last one. But hey, that means you'll have to come back next week and then you can do 20 again. This will be happening the same time next week, the same time every week for the foreseeable future. And I'll be thinking of some new stuff. If you have any ideas, please do let me know, because I don't want to ever bore you guys. I want you to keep coming back. Okay. Pepsi Max and cookies, sugar overload. There's no sugar in Pepsi Max, to be fair. Cookies, yes, but I have a very sweet tooth. I love sugar. 12 points. The food round was hard. That's good. Also, I just had the comment up that said 19 out of 20. There's only 15 questions. So I think that means 14 out of 15. 19 out of 20. There's only 15 questions. I'm assuming you got one wrong, so 15. That's not too bad though. Not too bad. I joined in at some point, but I only got 2 wrong, so maybe 13 out of 15. Thanks, James, for joining us. Thank you to go do your exercise now. No way, it's dinner time now. The exercise idea has passed. I'll do body pump tomorrow or something. There was not 20 questions. There was only 15 questions. I think people are working out how many they got wrong and then taking it away, but it's 15. So I got 10 and came late. Pretty good. Food was challenging. That's good. 14. Yeah, I thought so. Do you like to board the new Odyssey of the Seas? I would love to board the new Odyssey of the Seas. That sounds amazing. I need to cruise on some of the big Royal Caribbean ships. Really, really need to. Maybe I'll put that on my to-do list for when we get back to cruising again. Hopefully at the end of this year or into next year. Thumbs up, please. Can you please thumbs up this video? YouTube really likes that, and that will be good. You can watch all of these trivias after the time that they happen. So if you ever just have a spare hour, you can watch them. There's 8 now on my channel. Watch them anytime you like. 2 chickens, drat, I'm late. You can go back and watch this from the beginning. You can watch all of the old ones. They're going to be there forever. Did you like the Eclipse? Yeah, it's not one of my favorite cruise ships, gotta be honest with you. It's a bit, I don't know, there's just nothing I particularly loved about it. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Sean and Steph, hello to Sean and Steph. I made a, so Sean has been having chemotherapy and his cancer markers have been fantastic. For those of you who know Sean and Steph, he's dropping about 50% each week, which is such good news. I put them onto a graph because for me, I don't know, graphs just make things easier. And it's like this. Fantastic. And then Sean and Steph shared my graph and I got all of this praise. I did study maths at university, but not to make like a very simple Excel graph. But even still, fantastic news from Sean and Steph being absolute super troopers at this just horrible time for anything. Okay, cool. Yay, Sean and Steve. I think we need to tell Steph about Steve. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I would really like those big cruise ships, but yeah. Can you do more Cunard videos? I have to cruise with Cunard to do more Cunard videos. I would love to. Always looking out for a Cunard cruise. Hopefully I'll get on one soon. Right, I'm going to go now. I hope you're all okay, and we will do this again next week. Have another good week. Hopefully as good as you can have. Thank you all for joining me, and goodbye. Make sure you check out my video on Sunday. I think it's going to be a good one. Bye.